Hello, Ian Abbott-Donnelly here. Sorry I can't make the meeting, but hopefully I can give you a whistle-stop tour of the work we've done with John Clare Countryside on Google Earth. Let me share my screen. So here's Google Earth. Now let's turn on John Clare Countryside. The navigation's on the left-hand side. So if I click on the outline, that'll take us down into this viewpoint. Now, what I'd like to do is turn on various layers that we've created, talking to lots of people across different parishes. So let's turn on the standard John Clare sites. What we can then do is turn on individual places. So this is the activity that's going on within Bainton. Let me turn on all of the sites. There you go, let's pan back. So there's quite a lot of things. Some of them are Verge projects, others are kind of orphan fields and forests, all kinds of things going on in different parishes. And we can look a little bit closer. So again, looking within Bainton and Ashton at the places. Each place, so let's pick Bainton Heath. And so we've got a little label on it talking about it being a no public access site. Or we can go to tree planting over in Bainton. So each of the sites can have a set of information associated with it. Not all of them are populated, but they could if you want them to be. So that gives you a sense of all of the different sites across the countryside. We can turn on some other places, so to give it some context. So here's where all the villages are, the populations. I've also got outlines of all the different urban spaces in Stamford and Peterborough. We can also look at things like the rural estates. They're quite significant things. You can see how important they are in the scheme of the map. So it's Burley, Walcott and Fitzwilliam. You can do interesting things like turning on terrain, which allows you to then zoom in. And if you tilt back, I've set it to exaggerate the elevation so that you don't. Now if I spin round, you get a sense of the exaggerated terrain. So you never knew we had mountains in the fens. They're mostly trees that stick up. Okay. We can look at other features. We can overlay interesting maps on top of things. So in this case, I've put a map from a different time, different season. So if I turn it on and off, you can see just above Bainton, there's a different season, and you can start seeing the crop marks. And I've started the process, but there's quite a long way to go, I think, in marking out the crop marks. So in red lines, you can start seeing some very interesting features. I'll turn these on and off. These, well, they call them post-hole depressions, but I'm not sure. But there's some very good features around, lots of them across the countryside, all these thin red lines. So let's turn those off, turn the villages off. We can Let's pan back to the whole outline. We can also look at trails and routes. So if we turned on the Torple Way, so there's the Torple Way, and there's the John Clare Trail, and we can do things like zoom into the whole trail, or actually zoom down to the level that you would walk, and get a sense of what it would be like to set off and navigate that particular route. And bearing in mind a lot of smartphones, you could do this on your smartphone. It's quite an interesting way of navigating. You can speed things up and get a sense of where you're going. Okay, you get the idea. So let's come back out. So in essence, we're making quite good progress. We've got lots of things that we could show to create compelling stories about whatever you want in John Clare countryside. Hope that helps. Let's just turn all the places back on. Thank you very much.